Yo, what's going on guys, it's Vise here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my full warm-up routine, including building, editing and aiming. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that sub button as we're on the road to 1000 subscribers. Also, if you want to support me even further, be sure to use code VISEXD in the Fortnite item shop. I'm going to put up timestamps for different points of the video, but I recommend watching the whole thing through if you want to see the most improvement. When warming up in creative, there are 3 main mechanics you want to practice: aiming, editing and building. You should aim to practice each mechanic for around the same amount of time, so you don't get held back by the other. For example, you don't want to be able to build like face away so that you miss all your shots, which ends up making you die anyways. Normally I practice for 2 hours in creative, which means I spend 40 minutes practicing each mechanic. But if you don't have as much time, for example you only have 30 minutes to spend, you spend like 10 minutes on editing, 10 minutes on aiming and 10 minutes on building. The first thing we're going to be practicing is our aiming. I made a video on the aiming routine recently, so I'm not going to go too in depth on it. But if you want to watch that video, the link will be in the description. Okay, so first up we're going to load into this aim agency map, which by the way the code for that will be in the description as well. Once you load up the map, there'll be 5 different rifts. Each of them leads to a different section of the map, which we'll be using to train our aim. Tile frenzy, horizontal, vertical, 9 targets, and slide. In tile frenzy, horizontal, and vertical, we're going to be spending 10 minutes on each. 5 minutes aiming down sight, and 5 minutes hip firing. For 9 targets, we're only going to be spending 5 minutes. We have to try locking onto each target and hitting as many as possible. And finally, for slide, you have to go through a course and try hitting as many targets as possible within 30 seconds. Do this 10 times for a total of 5 minutes. So altogether, I spent 40 minutes. If you don't want to spend 40 minutes practicing your aim, you can obviously change up some things. For example, instead of 5 minutes ADSing and 5 minutes hip firing, you can spend 2 minutes 30 of each to lower the time of it. Okay, so now that we've finished practicing our aim, we're going to go on to editing. I have 2 different maps that I use to practice my editing. So first of all, we're going to go into this map by the Rodey. Once you load up the map, you'll see there's loads of different rifts that lead to different areas. We're going to go to these 2 which lead to edit courses. There's one that's called the beginner and one called intermediate. So we just start with the beginner course to help practice our editing a bit, just to warm up a bit. And when we're done, we do the intermediate course just to like actually challenge myself a bit with editing. Like I recently switched to keyboard and mouse, so I haven't tried using the advanced course yet. But if you're like really good at editing, you could try using that as well. Okay, so once you're done with that, go back to Hub and put in the code for one of Radar 464's editing maps. Once you load up the map, you see there's a lot of different sections that you can practice different types of edits. But I recommend go to this section over here, where there's a bunch of like mini editing courses. As you go along, you see each edit course gets a bit harder as it adds in a different thing. So you start off with just doing basic wall edits, and then you have to start doing like mongraal classics until you start doing triple edits, quadruple edits and all that. Normally when I finish that part of the map, I'll go over to this part where it's basically all you have to do is tunnel while shooting a bunch of different targets. So I like practicing my mongraal classics and stuff. Okay, now that we've finished practicing our editing, there's one more thing left for our practice, and that's our building. And honestly, you don't really need to load in our map to practice your building. You just go into your normal creative island, just start cranking 90s and practicing other stuff. So normally what I do is I look at retakes or different box fighting techniques, for example, and I try practicing them. Practicing advanced retakes and free building can help you mechanically, but I recommend practicing stuff that you actually use in game, like mongraal classics, or practice different types of tunnels, like the stair tunnels, cone tunnels, or just normal tunnels. Now that you've finished practicing your building, editing, and aiming, you're done with your warm-up. Make sure to do this warm-up routine every day so that you can keep improving. Now that you're finally done, you go into solos, or what I recommend is play box fights or realistic 1v1 with your friends to help you get a bit more practice. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop a sub. And again, guys, make sure you use the code VISEXD with the Fortnite item shop. If you DM me on my Twitter or in my Discord for a picture of you using code VISEXD in the item shop, I'll try shouting you out in one of my videos. Anyways, apart from that, Have a good day. Thanks for watching.